Miriam? Miriam? Something's happened.
You've got a cold red
Yes,
nurse.
sir.
What's
Hard to stop. Out of the room, Mr. Carpenter.
But what?
Out now!
Miriam?
She's alive.
Thank you.
Let's go sit down.
Yes.
I'm very sorry you had to go through all that.
When and how is all this going to end?
I wish I could tell you. We're going to have to do a brain scan in the morning to assess the damage.
What damage? I thought you just told me she was alive.
Yes, but her heart and lungs ceased functioning entirely. No blood or oxygen was reaching her brain. Now, I don't mean to alarm you. We did get to her in time, but we are going to have to run a series of tests to assess the damage, if any.
Well, now, is it possible that she's worse now than before all this happened?
Well, like I said, I think we got to her in time. Right now, I'm concerned about you. I think you need to get away from the hospital, get some rest.
No. I stay right here. Men may need me.
Charles, there's really nothing much you can do.
That's it in a nutshell, isn't it? There really isn't anything I can do. Ironical, isn't it? When I was a young man, I used to look in the mirror every morning and say, there isn't anything I can't do.
Yes, I was told that in medical school, and I really believed it too. I stopped when my first patient died.
Miriam's going to die, isn't she?
I don't know. Possibly. But let me assure you, we are doing everything in our power to prevent it.
And apparently that isn't very much, is it?
No, it isn't. Part of my maturing process was discovering in whose hands these matters really rest. You might try praying, Mr. Carpenter.
I don't think that's going to make much difference.
Well, you never know until you give it a try. Get some rest.
Mm-hmm.
This is where your speaker stays off. Key! Oh, there it is. Move it.
Oh, lights. Boy, that sure came on suddenly.
Who was that fella in the ark down at the end of the street?
An alarmist. Come on in, take off your jacket.
Well, that's a good trick since you've already got it.
Oh, yeah, I do, don't I? Okay, well, then I'm just going to keep it right here until you assure me you're going to stay.
Oh, it's getting pretty late. Maybe I better go.
Oh, come on in.
Well, I can see I'll get nowhere arguing around here.
Boy, you learned quickly. Oh, wow. Thank you again for insisting we go out tonight. I think the Lord wanted me to take this break.
Ah, well, good. I'm glad he used me to give it to you. What do you think of Lorenzo?
Oh, he's charming. He's a little nosy, but charming.
Well, you'll have to forgive him for that. He's a natural romantic. You know that he and his waitresses have seated me next to more beautiful women in the last couple of years than I would care to relate? Of course, when he saw me walk in the night with you,
Aha, so that explains the wink and that funny hand gesture.
I have yet to see anybody make pizza as good as him, so I put up with all of that. Oh, by the way, that funny hand gesture meant that he approved.
Oh. You never took your wife there, did you?
No,
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
it's all right. We were both thinking a lot of Corrine and Scott tonight.
Why?
I don't know. In some childish way, we were probably wondering what they thought.
It's silly, isn't it?
Yes, but it's a hard habit to break.
Yeah, it is. You know what? I think that I broke through a couple of barriers tonight.
Me too. Well, that rain keeps reminding me of the long drive I got home.
Listen, why don't you just wait it out?
Oh, that might take all night. I better push off.
Well, please, drive carefully in this.
Well, it doesn't look like I'm going to have much choice.
Well, thanks for a wonderful evening, Jason.
Ah, it was my pleasure.
Aren't you forgetting something?
You're right. My jacket.
Yeah, right. Here, let me have it.
I don't know how much good it's going to do in this downpour.
Well, every little bit helps.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I really must get going.
Yeah. Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, sure. I guess we can't help it, seeing as we didn't get anything done tonight.
Well, maybe we did.
Good night.
Good night.
I'm glad you're here. I was worried.
Well, I would have been here sooner, but some guy was herding animals across the road, 2 by 2.
You're so original.
Yeah, at least I'm cute.
Says who?
Is this for me?
Who else?
Well, that's very nice. Why?
Well, what was the last thing you had to eat?
A candy bar.
When?
6 hours ago.
Does that answer your question?
That's good.
My thoughts exactly.
Well, you're in a good mood tonight.
I am?
And you're wearing my favorite nightgown, too?
I look better in it than you do, though.
Spare me. What am I being set up for?
A nice romantic evening, what's left of it.
Well, thank you. Nothing else.
Well,
Okay, come on, out with it.
you'll never guess what I did today.
You're right. That's why I'm waiting for you to tell me.
I went on a job interview.
What? Well, that's great. Where?
For a teaching position, of course.
What?
Well, it's for remedial reading for older students. Now, I know what you're going to say. It's not exactly what I was trained for, and that's true, but it's a teaching job, and that's what's important. Now, the pay isn't that great, but that's not so important. And the one bad thing is that it's night school.
What, kids working for equivalency degrees?
Exactly. What do you think?
That sounds good. What school?
Then it's a teaching job, just like we prayed for.
Where is it, Laurie?
Monroe Continuation School,
In Chesterfield?
right by the clinic. Isn't that great?
No. It's dangerous, and I don't like it one bit.
Oh, Ben, it'll be fine.
Laurie, you'll be teaching juvenile offenders in the worst part of the city at night. It is not fine.
Well, I said it was okay for you to work there.
Now, that's different. I can take care of myself if need be.
I see. One set of standards for you and another for me. Is that it?
It's not the same thing, and you know it.
No, I don't know it. The area was safe enough when you wanted me to work at the clinic. I think you're jealous because I'd have an identity of my own.
You're being ridiculous. I want you to have a career. A safe career.
If you think I'm going to blow the only job offer that's come my way just to feed your male ego, you can forget it.
Charles, I have to talk with you. It's important.
I'm listening.
Oh, not in here, out in the hall, please.
All right.
Charles, you can't go on like this. Look what's happening to you.
Is this the emergency?
Well, I don't think you realize how serious this is. You're not being rational.
Nancy, my daughter is lying in there in a coma. That's all I care about right now.
What are you accomplishing by this death watch, Charles? She needs to be in an extended care facility, and you have to get on with your life.
I think I've heard quite enough.
Charles, what do you think is happening to Hollister Mall while you waste time here?
Good night, Nancy.
I'll tell you what's happening to Hollister Mall. Vince Cardello and that Webster are taking it over.
Let them. It isn't important.
Charles, I never thought of you as a weak man, but I guess you really are.
Yes. I imagine you do. You know, there are a few things I've been wanting to say to you, and now would be a good time to say them.
Look, Charles, we're tired. You'll say things you regret. Let's talk in the morning,
I have had enough of your snide comments. You are a silly, selfish woman without 1 ounce of compassion in you.
Please, Charles.
I don't care if they do hear me. They probably know already what it's taken me much too long to discover.
Charles, please, your heart. You've got to relax. Come on,
Nancy,
let's-
I entrusted my only daughter to your care, and look what happened. Go in there and take a look at your handiwork. And don't think that I haven't had a few suspicions, too. I was just a fool not to put it together long before this. I was the prize, wasn't I? Well, your plan didn't work. As of right now, you and I are finished. I never want to lay eyes on you again.
I'm coming. This better be important.
Hey, some place you've got.
Yeah, well, rough night.
Well, so I gather, but...
No lectures, huh, Vince?
All right. I went to see Becky last night. We said goodbye.
So?
She's really serious. You realize
So
that?
what?
You're both ridiculous.
Look, I didn't ask you to come over here.
Oh, that's right. You didn't ask for anything. You don't need anything, do
Look,
you?
would you lay off me? I'm not in the mood.
You're not in the mood. Well, I've never been more disappointed in anyone than I am in you right now.
Yeah, I'm not feeling too good this morning. You know what I mean? So, can we do this maybe another time?
Time, boy, is the one thing you don't have anything of. Not if you're going to salvage this situation.
I am not following her, and that's final.
Oh, boy, you're just like your mother. You're bitter, arrogant, proud. Becomes you less even than does her.
You hypocrite. Everything she is today is a direct result of the way that you treated her. You forced her to scheme for your love instead of giving it to her freely. And then you made her grovel and be thankful for every little crumb you flipped her away. You never treated her like a human being, Vince. To you, she was just an animal, and you...
Yeah, come on. Let's see if you're ready to take me now. I didn't think you were.
Hey, get away from there! You stinking dog! Charlie, get away from there! And don't come back!
Peter, what is going
Oh,
on?
it's the Hummel's dog. It's in the garbage again. I wish you'd say something to them.
Well, I've tried, but you know how hard it is to convince Mr. Hummel of anything.
Yeah, well, I don't think Charlie will be coming back.
Well, if he does, you be careful. That dog is almost as big as you are.
Bigger. How was your date last night?
It wasn't a date.
Sorry.
That wasn't very nice. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I know when to change the subject.
I don't want to change it.
Okay, how was last night?
I had a wonderful time.
I can tell.
No, I did. See, that's the problem. I feel that somehow I betrayed your father.
Oh, that's kind of dumb, isn't
Oh,
it?
Peter, you're so helpful.
No, I mean, don't you think that's a little irrational?
No. Yeah. I don't know. The things that happened last night that I felt, little things, I've never felt for any other man but your father. And they seemed, I don't know, wrong somehow, but I couldn't help myself.
Mom, that's because they're not wrong. When they happen again, they're not going to be wrong. I'm happy for you.
I hope you're right. Thanks, kid.
Not again. If I'm not back in 10 minutes, I'm probably in a hole in the backyard. Charlie! Charlie!
Charles,
Nancy?
if If you'll excuse me, I expect it to be gone by the time you...
Where are you going?
Well, you made your wishes quite clear at the hospital.
At the... Oh, Nancy, forgive me. I was tired, I was on edge, I simply didn't know what I was saying.
You can't expect me to believe that. I mean, you meant every single word of that.
I swear to you I didn't.
Well, don't worry about it. I'll be gone soon.
Here. Nancy, please forgive me, and please don't go. I was wrong about everything. It's just that I've been through so much with Miriam, that's all.
Well, you know what I've been through? I mean, last night, after everything you said?
Yes, I know, and what I said was pretty horrible, and I knew that they weren't true. I knew they weren't true as soon as I said them, but, well, it's just that I've been under so much pressure. So, please forgive me, and please stay.
No, Charles. I mean, I've put up with a lot in this relationship, but that kind of abuse I'm not going to take.
I give you my solemn promise it will never happen again.
Well, it's going to take a lot more than that. I am nothing in this relationship. You know, you could get bored tomorrow, and I'd just be out on my own, wouldn't I?
But, Nancy, that isn't true.
Well, how do I know that? See? I'm right.
Because I love you.
What?
I love you, Nancy.
Charles. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Miss Hewitt. I'll frame it. Excuse me, thank you.
Hey, David, guess who's back in town? Oh, I'm sorry, I'll call you back later.
You're the one that I want.
I love you, Russ.
Stay.
Yeah, I'll stay. Russ, what are you saying?
Marry me? We'll go out tonight, find someplace, chapel, justice of the peace, anything. We'll solve it all tonight. We'll settle it. It'll be just you and me, starting tonight. Marry me. There is one other one. Here. With this ring, I do thee wed.
Well, Lord, I've used every bit of knowledge and talent you've given me. I thank you for them. But they just didn't do it this time. I don't know what you have in mind, but I pray that it's your will that she live. Not that it ever wasn't. But now it's your case entirely.